If you go home to your legacies, this is what we go home to. We go home to somebody telling us,
Wait.
nobody gonna beat me up. Nobody gonna beat me up. Just call me brother. I paid $10 for them damn white shoes.
Her to go stomping on it. Did she say? Boy, Esther Cato told me that.
And I know she was out there watching. And I know when she saw her stepping, I know Esther Cato was steaming. I know she was looking at that like, I need to snush them shoes
Esther
off
Cato
my feet.
wanted to stop that show. She wanted to stop
I know
show.
I did not pay all that damn money.
I paid $10 whole for her. This is what I bought. Oh, she was still mad in 1988 about that.
I can see her too. I can't believe it. Damn shoe.
So your aunt was out there stomping on. I went to that campus and saw that. I said,
She probably came out there. Ronnie went. She probably went over there and hugged. Said, We gonna talk later.
We gonna talk later, for real. The blacklog is sponsored by Fade to Black Funerals. Death is a part of life, so put life into your loved ones. Death at Fade to Black Funeral Homes with t-shirt printing, tattoo artists on site to commemorate your loved ones. Fade to Black. Man.
There is one thing to point out is that Ron said, "Man, I thought we was gonna be brothers," and Dwayne told him, "Man, we'll always be brothers," which is true.
Hey man, we always gonna be brothers.
I'm not really looking for a sentimental moment right now.
But I
wasn't really.
I wasn't trying to be sentimental. I don't know. You thought that was I wasn't talking. See that fall flat. That fell flat because I really wasn't trying. I was just repeating what you said. Please, I would never do that. No, I'm not. No, you like these people now talking about people calling each other and dudes saying good night. Yeah, I'm not trying to. No, it's not that.
Yeah,
it's not.
Actually, the other night, I had not heard about that. Eric and I were watching them, man. It is pretty funny watching. Like it's funny watching them because some of them are trying. They can't even hold their laughing. They're trying to do it, but they can't even stop themselves from laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, back to the original point. Yeah, I wasn't trying to be sentimental with you at all.
Yeah.
Most HBCU thing is pretty obvious. Pledging. Very authentic, as good as network TV could do it, I think.
I looked at it a little differently just because I'm in a fraternity. Frats and sororities, singing. And I was thinking about the end of the show.
Yeah.
With Kappa Lambda Nu, I mean, you can, especially on Howard's campus, you can be at a football game, you can be on campus, fraternities, sororities, if they're all together, they might start if they're marching or stepping, they might break out into a song. I mean, and it probably won't sound as harmonious, but it'll be close.
Like I said, for network TV,
yeah,
somebody's good.
Oh yeah,
it does. It's not. I don't think you can get any closer without getting litigious. I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I had no least likely thing to happen with it. I mean, unless you had something else that was more HBCU thing, then
no, highly unlikely. In fact, I'll just say never. Pledging above ground. That will never. You will never see that in anybody's lifetime again.
All right.
What you saw in 1986, back in the day when pledging was above ground, will never be seen. In fact, you saw all pretty much of the 86 lines crossed, which included a young Kamala Harris.
Yes. He was on the AKA line. He was on the AKA line.
86 was a year for Howard University for sororities.
I remember that because I was in we had a tutorial thing. As a freshman football player, you had to be in study after practice.
Yeah.
And we were down the hill at the health place. I think that's the health place. What is the health center?
Yeah.
Some room. I think it was that building. It was behind Wonder Bread Factory. And I remember the first night I heard this. It was like, we're pledging Alpha, Kappa Alpha.
Oh, they just keep going. Yeah, they just keep. And they were at nighttime?
Yes. And they were they were singing it. And I said, oh, they're pledging. Oh, okay. And after about 10 minutes, I was like, I think they'll pretty much stop soon. Cut to 2 hours later. I swear to God.
Yeah.
They were still singing that song. And I told an AKA about 8 months ago, I said, I know that song because it's burned into my head. And I never forgot it. I could sing that song. And I said, oh my God. Yeah, I never forgot that.
I will say my freshman year, because I saw it, that would have been a 93 line. My freshman year, the Alphas actually crossed at night. I remember that because they were actually going up the hill by the school engineering.
Oh, I just thought you got me thinking now.
That was but after that, the Alphas would always cross out on the yard. And I tell you what's really funny is that every line, if you look through. When we look through pictures of every line that crossed, and I'm talking about specifically my fraternity and my chapter, when you look at the crowds out and about and people take pictures and they're taking pictures of, the people who are crossing over or whatever, there are always at least 3 to 4 students who are on the next line.
Oh, wow.
So I was in the background of pictures. Asani was in the background of pictures when, and like my line brother Corey and G and people, all these people, like you probably ran across us in the background of pictures during 94's crossing. And then when we crossed, I had pictures of people who crossed our chapter in 96. So it's like every year you see somebody standing there and they're just looking like, and it's like, oh, okay.
It's called irony.
Yeah.
It's irony. My R&B, my hip hop song was Raise the Roof by Public Enemy off their first album. I think
I remember that song.
Raise the Roof. It was.
I do remember that song. I just said.
Yeah. Off their first album. Yeah. And yourself?
I think mine's going to be obvious. Baby, do the dog catcher. Baby, do the dog catcher, dog. Woo!
You know what? It was not that obvious, but when you said it, then it said, "Oh, it is pretty obvious." It wasn't obvious until you said it, but you know what? Then I got it. HBC alum, I had Savannah State grad and Hall of Famer Shannon Felt. Well, I don't know what you want me to do. I couldn't do that, brother. You gonna call me brother? I don't get it. I do everything that my brother Sterling does. Sterling has not done this. Sterling has not done this. I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to be a Kappa Lambda Nu? What is a Nu? What is it? Is this a part of the album? I mean, I don't. It's like, and he's always to the side in every scene. Like, my brother didn't do it, so I can't do it. I don't get this. I don't get this at all. I don't.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I could not. As many famous grads who are also in fraternities and sororities, I could not choose anybody and come up with a scene. It was the weirdest thing, bro. I'm literally looking right now at my phone and it says Debbie Allen because I just wrote her name because it was a default and I was like, I can't even think of. And at the time, and just now, I didn't know she was an AKA, but Debbie Allen, man, Debbie Allen's just everything to me. And Debbie Allen,
yeah.
honey.
We've gathered.
But I I'm gonna tell you what's funny about this shirt right here. Every fraternity, every Alpha chapter on our campus has a shirt like this.
Understandable.
So like the Deltas, they haven't made an Alpha chapter shirt. I've seen that. I've seen AKAs with a pink and green made an Alpha chapter shirt. Cause my 94 pro fight actually made the shirt.
Oh, okay. He made it for all of them, all fraternities.
Hey man,
he made them all.
Griggity green.
I heard that. Purple and gold turned into griggity green. I heard that. I told an HBCU story, but I had the story that I remember from my freshman year. My roommate, Mike Taylor, my second roommate, because my first roommate was this quarterback from Detroit who was there for 3 days and then he was gone. But Mike Taylor from Dayton, Ohio, his brother Chuck was a Kappa, and I got an idea that he wanted to play as Kappa, but I didn't know. And this guy named Doug, who lived across the hall from me, he was an upperclassman on the ball team. And he had a single, so he was just, you got a single, you cool, you got a single. That alone.
You a single, bro? Oh,
you had a single too. A single, he was a free safety. No, I forgot what Doug played, quite honestly. I don't think. Either way, I came back from the room one day, came back to the room between classes, and I opened the door, and the entire line for the Kappas were in there, and they did this. And I was like, and I opened my door, and they did that, and I closed the door because I was scared as hell. I was like, it was a rumbling, like, ah. And I opened the door and say, okay. And they sat down. They still didn't. Nothing was ever said. Nothing was really ever said between us. And I know one of them said, "Hey, this your bed, dude? The room ain't but 8 by 12. Yeah, it's my bed. Ain't but 2 of us. You." So yeah, that's all I ever remember. There's about 8 of them in the room, and it just scared the living hell out. And when you're a freshman and you don't know about what's going on, it's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And they all have a look of horror on their face. They're clean shaven. I don't even know who these dudes are.
They thought they got caught. They thought they got caught or something.
And my man Mike was like, "Hey, what's up, Rod?" I said, "What's up, Mike?"
Write a mail.
Oh man. So yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this episode.
I have a nostalgia, but I thought of this other one. It's really not connected to this episode per se, except for the whole fraternity part. If people knew how many parties me and my chapter brothers purposely ended at clubs, they would be amazed. Bruh, there were so many times I would be standing. A couple of us would be standing by the DJ booth, and it's getting real late, and DJ's cutting it up, and we're like, and one of us would look at each other and be like, "Man, I'm ready to go home. You want to go home?" And we look up at the DJ. "You want to go home?" DJ always say, "I'm ready to go home. Put on Tommy Dog." He said, "What? Put on Tommy Dog." I guarantee you, we will end this party. Put it on, bruh. 3 minutes later, and he cut the lights on. We still stepping. Party's over. And we always looked at each other like, and we look over at the DJ, and he go like this. But that wasn't my story. My actual nostalgia story was, I was thinking about Dwayne talking about, "Oh, no juice. I remember everybody else calls theirs a coming out show. Our show is actually called The Long Walk, because literally if you were to look at a helicopter view of Howard University's campus from what is now the Chad Bozeman School of Fine Arts, all the way to the middle of the campus where there's a circle, where there's a sundial. That's where we did what people call it the long walk. Everybody else would call it a coming out show, where we actually did marches, and it was a long walk because although that walk is not long when you're just walking on campus, it is very long when all you are doing is marching and moving a little further, and then singing, and then a little further, and then doing some more stepping. So, but in front of the, I don't even know, it was just called School of Fine Arts back then. I just remember, they had me out, and I had to do, it was right, I did it right out there. I had to do this thing called Cajun Man.
Mm-hmm.
They said, "Who are you?" "Cajun Man." I said, "Who are you?" "Cajun Man." "What you eat, Cajun Man?" "I eat pepper, black pepper, red pepper, and especially Cajun pepper."
Oh God, that's pretty funny. I wish I could have seen that.
I had to stand up for myself. I stood out there with myself and said, "Who are you?" "Cajun Man." "What you like?" "I like pepper, black pepper, red pepper, and especially Cajun pepper."
I bet you got laughs on that one. I bet you got laughs on that, to say the least.
Television, baby. It's like when y'all playing football and y'all don't hear anybody until it's done.
You don't hear nobody until it's done. You don't hear the crowd. You don't hear nothing. You don't hear nothing at all. You just gotta get this done. I heard that, man. As always, enjoy this. Like we said, next week we're gonna be doing a movie.
Yep,
we're gonna be doing a movie,
and who knows? We may take another break and do an album.
That happens. That happens at the Blacklog. That's what we do.
It's called a digression.
Called a digression. That's what we do at the Blacklog. My name is Rod. His name is Ryan. And until next week, peace.